Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy ACL Official back again with a new video. Today we're looking at the Canada Goose Freestyle Vest, real versus fake. On the right, as always, we've got the real, and on the left we've got the fake. But anyway, getting into the video, first thing you want to look at is the badge. Alright, so we've got the badges here. As you can see, the colour's slightly different. You also want to look at the gap in between the leaves and the edges of the circles. So if you look on the fake one, you can see like here, the leaves are like basically touching that inside circle. There should be a tiny gap, and it should be the same on the outside as well. Like as you can see on the real one, it's got that even spacing all the way around. On the fake one, the alignment's just a bit off, and you're also more likely to get just loose lines of thread on the fake ones. So for example, if you look here on the fake one, you can see that piece of thread just hanging onto the edge. It's just in general, like it's a bit messy. Then if you look at the A there as well, you can just see it's all a bit messy, the A of the Arctic. Comparing that to the real one, as I was saying before, like you're not really going to get any mistakes on this one. You could maybe get the occasional error, but in general it's going to be well done. If you want to have a look at another badge just to show like the neatness of the authentic badges are consistent, then have a look at my Canada Goose Parker jacket, which is, I released that like about this time last year. But yeah, that's the badge. Those are going to be your main tells on the badge. You can also look at the buttons. This is the real one I've got in my hands now. You can see it just says Canada Goose on the buttons. And again, this was the same on the jacket I reviewed like a year ago. On the fake one, this one doesn't have anything on it, it's just a plain button. The insides of the button here are the same as they are on the real one, but the outside, yeah, if it doesn't say Canada Goose, that's a pretty big tell, so look out for that. So also on the front here, like on the pocket area, you've got a Canada Goose label that's been stitched on. On the fake, it just looks really poorly done, and it's too high up as well. Can you see how it's on the edge of the pocket? If you look on the real one, you can see the label's a lot lower down on the pocket, and the label in general and the font just looks a bit tidier, a bit neater, and yeah, that's what you're going to expect of an authentic product. I've put them side by side here just for you to have a closer look, but again, this is quite obvious. So if you are looking to buy one of these, just literally looking at the front, looking at the badge, looking at the pocket, the positioning of the label and the font on that little Canada Goose label, you're just going to be able to tell. The buttons as well, obviously. And then another thing is that the neck area. So this is a real one right now. I don't know if you can tell, but this material going along here, it's almost like velvet. And if I show you the fake one, you can see here the material is just the same as the rest of the jacket. That's everything on the outside of the jacket. There are some more on the inside, so we'll get into that now. So the first thing on the inside you want to look at is the zipper. This is the real one I've got in front of you now. You can see the Vislon on YKK, clear, sharp lettering. Fake one here, it has Vislon and YKK, but you can see like the lettering's a bit more blurred than it is on the real one. And again, this was the same with the jacket I reviewed, so that's also a really good tell. Just look at the sharpness of the lettering on the inside of the zipper. On the edge of the zipper I just showed you, there's also this little label type thing that comes off it with a Canada Goose on it. The real one here is at the bottom, the fake one's at the top. Again, if you just look at the font, you can kind of just tell one looks nicer, one looks sharper, and that's always the real one. If you are struggling to see those differences on this video right now, what you can do is click the link in the description, go to the Instagram page at Closer Look Official. On there, what I do is just take stills, so you'll be able to see them side by side and be able to like compare them properly. Also, just taking an overall view at the inside of the real one here, it's completely different. So you can see the materials. I don't know what this is, but it's almost like got this waterproof type material. You've got your label, you've got like a mesh pocket here, and then you have an inside pocket here. So obviously you can just put stuff in there. If you go straight to the fake, you can see straight away that material is completely different. It just looks cheap in comparison. It feels really thin as well. It's almost like linen. But if you look at the pocket there, no mesh, just been poorly stitched in. On the other side, you have another one of those pockets, which isn't on the real one. And then if you remember the part I showed you on the real one where there was an inside pocket, you can see there's nothing on the fake. So quite a lot of blatant tells, which should be able to help you spot a fake. Okay, so once again, the real one is on the right and the fake one's on the left. First thing straight away you notice is the size tag. So that should be up where the neck is on the actual jacket. So obviously it's wrong on the fake. And then in the little black compartment that's holding up all the labels, You can see the red is a lot brighter. The print's also a bit clearer. Bring it closer there. You can just see, like, if you look at the edges in that print, other than being lighter, they're also way more defined on the real thing. The print on the fake's just way too dark. And if you look close enough, you can almost see in that red on the outside loads of little white specks. You're not going to find that on the real one. The real one's just been done basically to perfection. It's just a print, so you'd expect them to do that properly. Some details missing on the white tags as well, but that's not really too important. You can have a look at the little hologram type thing. On the real one, they appear to have actually changed it, because when I did a video last year, the hologram looks like this one on the left, but now obviously you've got like this polar bear logo that you can see when it changes in the light, and then the code for it's actually on the back. But the whole hologram sticker has been aligned well. Looking at the fake one, you can see it's a bit wonky how it's been put in. This is the last bit I'll show you now. This one on the right is obviously the authentic one, as I was saying, and you can see like the whole label of the whole neck label is completely different. So I'm used to the real ones looking like this here. This is what my jacket looked like. This is the first time I'm seeing a label looking like this, but it might just be the product which is the reason for it looking like this. Maybe it's different between jackets and the gilets or vests. But I think the main giveaway I saw here was the leaf, really. On the fake one, the leaf just looks wrong. That's not how they're supposed to look, as far as I'm aware anyway. They look a bit different. Obviously on this one here, it's correct. On my jacket, it didn't actually look exactly like this one, but definitely didn't look like this one. This one looks a bit messed up. So those are a few things to be aware of. Tags on the real one as well, just in case you wanted to check the authenticity. It's got all this stuff inside it too. That's everything I'm going to show you on the Canada Goose Vest, real versus fake. If you've got any more questions, leave them down below in the comments. Any feedback, any requests, also leave those in the comments. You can also use my email or DM me on Instagram. All that stuff's in the description. Hope the video was useful.